Wild camping is awesome, but waking up wet isn't. I actually went out and bought 5 of the most popular budget tents to see which ones actually handle the elements and which ones are just glorified toys. I tested the setup times, waterproofing, and overall durability so you don't have to waste your money on a leak-prone tent. Here is what I found. Product number 1, Coleman Sundome Camping Tent. First up, I grabbed the Coleman Sundome. This is basically the classic starter tent. When I first pulled it out of the bag, the material felt decent for the price, but what really matters here is the WeatherTech system. I noticed they welded the corners and inverted the seams. In plain English, that means no needle holes for rain to sneak in at the bottom. Setting it up took me about 10 minutes solo, which isn't bad at all. It handles light rain really well, but I will say it's a bit heavy if you plan on hiking long distances. It's got good ventilation, so it didn't get too stuffy inside during the day. If you need a reliable, spacious shelter for easygoing trips where you aren't hiking miles into the deep woods, this is a solid, safe bet to get started. Product number 2, Wakeman 2-Person Camping Tent. Then I checked out this Wakeman 2-Person tent. Right away, I noticed how incredibly light the bag was. We're talking under 3 pounds. If you hate carrying heavy packs, you'll love that immediately. However, when I was setting up the fiberglass poles, they felt a bit thinner than the Coleman, so you have to be gentle. It's got a dual-layer door, which is great for airflow without letting mosquitoes in. I set this up super fast, even easier than the Sundome. But to be honest, it feels a bit more like a fair-weather tent. It has a removable rain fly, but I wouldn't trust it in a serious storm. This is the one you grab for a quick weekend festival or a beach trip where the forecast looks clear and you just need a cheap, simple place to crash. Product number 3, Amazon Basics Camping Tent. I was actually surprised by the Amazon Basics Dome Tent. You usually expect the bare minimum with these, but the polyester fabric felt surprisingly coated and tough. The coolest part was the shock-corded poles. They just snapped together instantly. I managed to get this thing standing in under 4 minutes, which is a lifesaver if you're losing daylight. It's listed as a 3-season tent, and the welded seams did a good job keeping moisture out when I tested it with a hose. The back window vent is a nice addition because small tents usually get condensation buildup, but this one breathed okay. It's not the fanciest thing I've ever slept in, but for a simple, freestanding tent that gets the job done without any fuss, it's a really strong contender for the price point. Product number 4, 4-seat aluminum pole tent. Moving on to this 4-seat 2-person tent. This one felt like a serious step up because of one main thing, the aluminum poles. Most budget tents use fiberglass, which can snap, but these aluminum ones felt way sturdier in my hands. It's waterproof, rated to 3,000, and honestly, the full coverage rainfly makes a huge difference compared to the others. When I crawled inside, having 2 doors and 2 vestibules was fantastic. I could stash my muddy boots outside the sleeping area but still keep them covered. Setup took me about 3 minutes. The floor is welded high up the sides, so groundwater isn't an issue. If you are planning to do some actual wild camping and expect some wind or rain, the build quality here is much better suited for the outdoors than the previous options. Product number 5, 4-seat lightweight backpacking tent. Finally, I tested this other variation from 4-seat. It's similar to the last one, but I focused on the fabric quality and portability here. It uses 68D polyester, which felt resistant to tearing when I tugged on it. The wind ropes included are essential. Once I staked them out, the tent didn't budge in the breeze. It packs down really small, about 16 inches long, so it fit easily inside my backpack rather than strapped to the outside. What I really appreciated was the teardown. Sometimes stuffing a tent back in the bag is a nightmare, but this took me less than 2 minutes. It's got that high-density mesh to keep bugs out while letting air in. If you want something that balances weight, durability, and actually fits back in its bag without a fight, this is the way to go. So whether you need something ultralight for a hike or just a cheap spot to sleep for a festival, one of these will get the job done. I've dropped links to all of them in the description below so you can check exactly how much they cost right now. Thanks for watching and stay dry out there.